Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Arpita and today's video is about the SOAP concept which is comes under the web development. So let's get started. So these are our today's contents. We will going to cover these points like introduction, use of the SOAP, features, architecture, advantages, disadvantages, and again the interview questions I have bring for you about the SOAP. Let's get started next way. So, introduction of the SOAP, it is stands for Simple Object Access Protocol. It is basically having the protocol. It means regulations and rules which is based on the object access on the web development protocol like computer networking protocols which supports the web development protocols, and so it is also a protocol used for exchanging the structured information between web services means what? Here is the client, okay, and here is the server. The interaction between client and server, two-way communication were there. It is held by the, or it is completes or fulfills the requirement of this, that is by the SOAP, okay, and it is based on the XML extensible markup language. Okay, this is about the introduction of SOAP. And next, why it is used. It is very important to know all of us the why it is SOAP is used, because it is a platform and language independent. Platform independent and language independent, it means what? We can access from it on any device or any computer. We can code it on one platform and we can run on it in on any platform. This type of concept will come under the platform independent. Okay, now second is standardized way of communication between client and server. As I have told here, the communication between client and server where comes by the Simple Object Access Protocol. This is the use of the SOAP, like way of communication between the client and the server. Okay, this is the note is there, that is let's see what it is. Note allows communication over the internet using protocols like HTTP, SMTP, etc. Okay, and in this protocol there is the use of HTTP, that is hypertext transfer protocol, and SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. These protocols are very essential for transformation of the data from client to server or server to client, like requesting and responding concepts were involved in these protocols. Okay, and next is the key features. Okay, uses XML to the format data. Formatting a data, there is a extensible markup language is used, and works over a transport layer protocol, HTTP, SMTP. Transport layer have the protocol, that is HTTP and SMTP. Now designed to extensible and net, mm, neutral. Okay, and next is architecture. It is very interesting part of the SOAP, that is architecture, like client and web server is there, and SOAP request and SOAP response is there. For example, here is the client is there and here is the server is there. If now client wants to interact with the server, or interact with the, or send any data and receive the data from the internet, so it will, client will do the SOAP request, like SOAP request. Here the client will do the SOAP request, and then server will proceed on it and gives the output to the clients. This is the form of a architecture of SOAP. And now is the advantages. Standardization and well defined have their own way of representation, and standardization and high security, provides a high security supports and good for complex transaction. The client and server have the strong transaction. At that time this SOAP is very important. Built-in error handling, there is a error handling concept where the errors can be handled very easily and solve the problem, and finds the best interaction between client and the server. Here is the disadvantages: slower compared to REST. REST is also a protocol which is slower to the SOAP is slower to the REST, more complex to implement and maintain. Implementation is very high and complex. No ideal for lightweight mobile or web apps. So these are the interview questions. SOAP stands. What is SOAP? SOAP stand for, we have already discussed about. And SOAP used in a web development. And what is the structure of the basic SOAP, like client here and server here, the interaction between those two. So I hope you have understand what is the SOAP concept in web development. Have a nice day. Thank you.